A24's Civil War is a truly chilling take on a disbanded United States split into 4 different factions. Now, this film doesn't really take much time explaining why these factions are the way they are, why these people side with who, but that's not what they want you to take out of this movie. But to basically sum everything up, this picture here shows which states are forming an alliance. California and Texas form the Western Forces Alliance in Civil War to take down the Loyalist states. The northern states like Idaho and Oregon join the New People's Army Alliance to oppose the Loyalist regime. And the Florida Alliance includes states like Georgia, Louisiana, and they ally with the Western Forces in Civil War. Now, perhaps the most controversial thing in the film, out of all states, Texas and California decided to team up. I mean, I know what you're all thinking. That's probably the most unrealistic thing that could have possibly happened. But Alex Garland says that despite their wildly different politics in real life, the two have become steadfast allies in Civil War due to their shared enemy, which is the president. Now, put simply, the president is a fascist. In the movie, it explains that he's on his 3rd term. So, I mean, he's either rewriting a subversion of the Constitution, he's gotten rid of the FBI, he's disbanded it, he's using drone strikes on his own citizens, and he's deemed members of the press enemy combatants. Now, the plot isn't at all what I thought it was going to be about. It's about 2 film journalists making their way across the disbanded America, trying to get an interview with the president before the Western forces eliminate him. The main protagonist is Lee Smith, played by Kirsten Dunst, and the co-lead is Jesse, who I think completely stole the show.
Help you folks? Just looking for gas. Got a local fuel permit?
Now, what makes this movie so chilling is the people you come across. In the movie, it doesn't explain who's fighting for who's on whose side, and it just builds so much tension throughout the movie. Now, a great example of this is later in the movie when they're just passing by and they just get caught in the crossfire in the middle of a sniper shootout.
They're stuck. We're stuck.
Who do you think they are?
No idea.
Now, eventually, in their journey to Washington, we come across, I think, one of the most intense movie scenes to ever come out, and it's, of course, Jesse Plemons' scene. Now, he plays just a completely psychotic soldier, and he really can crank up the tension in the scene. The whole time, he's just so nonchalant with everyone. He's constantly lowering and raising his gun on a whim, and it was simply utterly terrifying. And he just goes around asking everyone what kind of American they are. He's just really toying with everyone, and you don't know what his intentions are.
Kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
Now, eventually at the end of the movie, everything accumulates to a large-scale invasion of the Capitol with the Western forces. Now, Lee, Jesse, and Joel are embedded with them. The word is spreading that the president is already preparing his surrender, but that doesn't stop the WF from going in full force with helicopters and guns ablazing, even going so far as to blow up the Lincoln Memorial as they attack. When the soldiers and journalists eventually make their way through the combat zone and into the White House, a government official offers terms of surrender, only just to be shot down. And with the way the fighting has escalated, the peaceful negotiations are treated as no longer possible. Now, for the final scene of the movie, after a bloody firefight with the Secret Service, these soldiers have captured the president. Following orders, they are about to commit the execution of the president in the White House, but the journalist intervenes. Is it because he knows that what he is seeing is a betrayal of the ideals that Americans should presumably hold dear? No, he just wants an exclusive quote before the execution. And what is the president's response? He says, "Don't let them kill me." And Joel replies with the best line of the movie, "That'll do."